In the ancient world of Greece, renowned for its philosophers and epic warriors, there existed a fascinating array of punishments that reflected both the inventive spirit and harshness of the society. The Greeks had a complex legal system where punishment varied in severity, often bizarre by today's standards, demonstrating not only their approach to justice but also their cultural quirks. Let us delve into these peculiar practices that defined justice in ancient Greece. One of the most intriguing punishments was ostracism, a method used to maintain political stability by exiling individuals deemed a threat to the city-state. Citizens would write names on pottery shards, and if a person's name appeared enough times, they would be exiled for 10 years. Imagine the anxiety of seeing your name laid bare amongst the pottery at the Agora, determining your fate with every shard. This form of self-regulation not only curbed tyrannical power, but also acted as a social balancing tool in the volatile world of Greek politics. The literary world of Athens was not safe from punishment either. In the case of the playwright Aristophanes, his plays often drew the ire of the city's lawmakers. At times, playwrights were threatened with a fate worse than mere censorship, a form of public humiliation or fines, ensuring that creativity was always on a tight leash. This might sound peculiar today, but can we truly say that such indirect controls do not exist in various forms in our modern society? Another odd form of justice was the stone pillow. Criminals were forced to sleep resting their heads on stones, a punishment as uncomfortable as it was symbolic. The rough, cold stone represented the heavy burden of guilt and remorse. It physically haunted the convict, a nightly reminder of their misdeeds, stewing their thoughts in reflection and discomfort. Justice here was as much about psychological reform as it was about physical punishment. Twisting towards the mythical, ancient Greeks often claimed divine intervention as a form of punishment, with myths weaving tales where the gods pitilessly corrected mortals. Actaeon transformed into a stag by Artemis for a forbidden glance, or Tantalus condemned to eternal thirst and hunger for cooking his son in a feast for the gods. These stories offered moral lessons on hubris and the divine order, interpreted as eternal warnings couched in mythological clothing. Lastly, in stark contrast with the freedom of thought they valued, Socrates, the philosopher who shaped Western philosophy, was subjected to one of the most infamous punishments: forced suicide by hemlock for allegedly corrupting the young and impiety. This punishment illuminates the tension between state control and individuality, the perils when new ideas challenged entrenched norms. It serves as a timeless symbol of the delicate dance between governance and free thought. These examples underline a society deeply concerned with maintaining harmony, albeit often through extreme measures. Nevertheless, whether through ostracism, mythological narratives, or the cold sharpness of the stone pillow, ancient Greece devised punishments that served as both deterrents and a mirror into the soul of their civilization. While bizarre to us, these practices elevate our understanding of ancient justice and provoke reflection on how far our modern systems have evolved, or not, from such scenarios.